Happy New Year, lovelies. My name is Ifeoluwa, and if this is your first time here or you are a returning subscriber, you are highly welcome to this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I went about the drafting of this bustier blouse you see on the thumbnail. And if this is something interested in learning, you'd want to watch this video to the end. So guys, let's dive into today's video. So guys, I've gone ahead to mark out my basic measurement. Here is my chest line, here is my bust line, here is the under bust line, here is my waistline, and here is my hip line. So after making all the markings, the next thing I did was take my tape and place it on the bust line. Now on the bust line, I went ahead to mark half of my nipple to nipple measurement. So which is 6 inches, 6 inches divided by 2, which is 3 inches. Then I place the measurement on my bust line. I place 3 inches on my under bust line. I place the same measurements on my waistline and also on my hip line. After making the markings, the next thing I did was to connect all points together to form a straight line, just as you see me doing. So now on the under bust line to the point going to the center front, I went ahead to mark half an inch, and I'll place the same measurement on my waistline and also on my hip line. So guys, if you're on a plus size or in your bigger size, you can decide to use 0.75 or 1 inch on the side going to the center front. But because of I'm on a smaller size, that's why I'm using half an inch. So after marking the half an inch on the lines, I'm going to connect all points together to form a straight line. To the point going to the front side, I'm going to go ahead to mark 1 inch. Like I said earlier, I'm on a smaller size, that's why I'm using 1 inch. But if you're on a bigger size, you can decide to use 1.5, 1.75 or 2 inches. Do you understand? So because I'm on a smaller size, I'm going to be using 1 inch on my under bust line, on my waistline, and also on my hip line. And after making the markings, I'm going to connect all points together to form a straight line. After that, I'm going to come down by half an inch on the bust line. Then I'll use my curve ruler to connect these points together to meet the under bust line. So this is going to give me the bustier effect. So guys, the next thing to do is to introduce the new neckline. So from the chest line, I'm going to go up by 2 inches. So depending on how revealing or how covered you want your neckline to be. So from the chest line, you can decide to go up by 1 inch or 1.5. But for me, I'll be going up by 2 inches because I don't want the neckline to be too revealing for me. So for the new neckline, I'm going up by 2 inches, after which I'm going to connect the points together like so to form a straight line. So this new line here is going to serve as our new neckline. So the next thing you're going to do is go ahead to mark the midpoint of your shoulder line. Then from the bust line, you're going to go up by half an inch. So don't forget it went down by half an inch. Then on the bust line, you're going to go up by half an inch. After which you're going to connect it to the shoulder line just as you see me doing. On the new neckline we marked, which is that 2 inches I went up by, I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides. I'll go ahead to mark half an inch on both sides, which is going to serve as my dart intake to tightening the neckline. And after marking that, I'm going to take my curve ruler and connect it back to the bust points, just as you see me doing. To draw the sweetheart neckline, from the chest line I went up by half an inch. So at this point too, you can determine how you really want yours to be. You can go below your chest line or make it touch your bust line, but for me I went up by half an inch on the chest line, then I connect it just as you see me doing. Can you see? And for the other part, I'm going to link it to the armhole. I'll place my curve like so and go ahead to link it to the armhole part. So this will give us the sweetheart neckline. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead to measure what I have for this dart intake, which is 1 inch. Then I'm going to place it on the armhole line. So this is it here. After that, I'll go ahead to input my horizontal measurement. On the chest line, I went ahead to mark my bust measurement divided by 4. Then I added the 1 inch for my dart intake, making 9 inches. And this is the point here. After that, I'm going to move to my waistline and go ahead to mark my waist measurement divided by 4, which is 6.25. I'm going to mark it here. And after that, I'm going to measure my dart intake, which is 1.5, and replace it on the waistline. I'm going to do the same thing on the hip line. I'll go ahead to mark my hip measurement divided by 4, which is 8 inches. Then I'm going to mark it. I'm going to mark 8 inches here, and after which I'll measure my dart intake, which is 1.5, and replace it on the hip line. Then the next thing to do is to connect all points together, just as you see me doing. So for the style line, you're going to come to the side and go up by 2 inches from the hip line, after which you're going to place your curve like so and link it and connect it to the dart leg that is closer to it. So you're going to connect it to the dart leg like so, and after that, the next thing I did was to go ahead to fold in my dart intake. So I'm going to fold it and make sure it is touching each other like so, and after which I'm going to place my curve ruler on it and go ahead to continue drawing the curve. So this is it after folding it like so. Make sure it is well aligned together. Then I'll place my curve on it and draw the curve. So when you open it up, you have the accurate curve. Can you see? I'll go ahead to shade all the parts I'm going to cut out. So guys, this is it about the drafting of the front pattern. Don't forget, no seam allowance was added to our pattern. This is basically just our pattern for the front piece. Do you understand? So this will be the center front, and here is the front side, and this center front is going to be on fold when cutting it on your fabric. This center front is going to be on fold when cutting it on your fabric, and you are going to add your seam allowance, necessary seam allowance or knit when placing your pattern on your fabric. So after that, I'll go ahead to cut out the pattern. Watch closely the areas I'm cutting out. After the cutout, this is what I have, guys. Now I'm going to use this front pattern to cut out the back piece, but before using it to cut out the back piece, I'll go ahead to tape the underbust together. So I'll go ahead to tape it from the underbust down to the hemline. So this is what I have after taping it from the underbust to the hemline. Now for the back piece, I've gone ahead to mark 1.5 for my zipper allowance, as you can see. So now I'm going to place the front pattern on this zipper line. So I'm going to take my front pattern and place the center front to align together with the zipper allowance line. Can you see? So I'll make sure it is well aligned together, after which I'll go ahead to pin it down. After pinning it down, the next thing I did was to go ahead to trace my front piece on the back piece. So now after tracing it out, this is what I have. Now go ahead to use my pen to bolden the lines for me to see it very well. And also, when tracing out your front piece on your back piece, make sure you stop at the side. As you can see, mine was stopping at the side. No need for you to trace the front neckline. Just stop at the side so that the front side and the back side is going to be the same. Do you understand? So after extending the lines to my zipper allowance, I'm going to go ahead to place my cuff just as you see me doing, and go ahead to draw the back neckline. As I said, she's traced just the side of your front pattern on your back pattern. Can you see? So this is neckline for the back pattern. I'll label this part the back, after which I'll go ahead to cut out the pattern. Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. So guys, to eliminate the zipper bulginess at the back, I went ahead to place my front piece on the back pattern again, after which I'm going to extend the waistline to touch the zipper allowance. So I'm going to place my ruler like so and go ahead to extend the waistline to the zipper allowance. And after I extended the line, I'm going to place my tape on the center back and go in by half an inch. So from the waistline, I went in by half an inch, which is going to help in eliminating the zipper bulginess at the back. And from that half an inch, I'm going to link it downwards, and I'm also going to link it upwards, just as you see me doing. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead to cut it out. So loves, this will bring us to the end of today's video. Remember, this is just the drafting of our pattern. So when using your pattern paper to cut out your fabric, make sure to add the necessary seam allowance for the joining of the pieces together. Alright guys, so if this video was helpful, show some love by hitting the like button and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Also, do not forget to hit on subscribe button, subscribe to this channel for more sewing tutorials like this, and also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. So guys, thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye for now.